Good evening. This is the November 12th, 2013 regular meeting of the board. Ms. Deering, roll call, please.
Director Coletta?
Here.
Director Casey?
Here.
Director DeMarco?
Here.
Director Kaler?
Here. Will you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, and Director Kaler, I meant to say that President Maynard had an excused absence. Thank
you very much. Appreciate that. Well, to start off the meeting this evening, we have a presentation. It is for the Los Alamitos Girls Softball League, and I'm going to proceed down to the podium now, and then we can kind of take it from that point in time. But actually, before I do that, I just want to read off some background. This is a memo. It's for the Los Alamitos Girls Softball 12 and under team. Recently became the ASA State and Western Area National Champions. The girls, coached by Terry Thompson, and assistant coaches Steve Corey, Gina Brannon, and Ian Shepard, went undefeated to obtain the state championship title in Lancaster, California this past August. This title qualified the girls to attend the Western National Tournament in Peoria, Arizona, where the girls claimed the championship title, winning 9 games and losing only 1. The girls' overall record was 42 wins and 7 losses. And that's just a fantastic achievement for the community and for the girls, and I couldn't be more proud since my 3 daughters also went through the program. So I'm going to go down now to the podium and introduce the head coach, who will say a few words about each girl, and then the girls will line up in front for a nice picture. Is the mic on? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, great. Terry, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys did a fantastic job. On behalf of the Rossmoor Community Services District, we would like to issue each of you the certificate of recognition for your achievements and for bringing just a great sense of pride to the community of Rossmoor. So Terry, thank you so much. Here's your certificate, and I will let you handle passing out in a few words for each girl.
Well, thank you very much. This is quite an honor to have all these girls up here. They're very excited, as well as the parents and myself. Fantastic season. 12 weeks, these girls, for 12 weeks straight, Monday through Thursday, they practiced every day. We played every weekend, just about all the way through, and these girls were absolutely fantastic. The commitment, the dedication that they committed to was outstanding. The parents were fabulous, bringing the kids to the games, the tournaments. We traveled. We went from Arizona, Lancaster. So I mean, we were all over the place, and just a fantastic season. 49 games, a lot of games, and dealt with the Arizona heat, 110 degrees. Arizona. We played 9 games over 4 days, and it was pretty grueling for the girls as well as the coaches. So I'm so proud of this whole group, and very, very thrilled that they're able to get these awards. This is my assistant coach who is not here, Gina Brennan. Coach Ian Shepard. Ian was there every step of the way. Thanks. Thank you. Going to our starting pitcher, who pitched just about every pitch of the tournament in nationals and state. She was absolutely fantastic, Laura Hendrickson. Stand up here. Danielle Beltran played outfield for us, played some catcher. Cameron Warsham played some third base, some outfield. Jordan Thompson played second base for us. Mary Kate Shepard played outfield for us. Alexa Schulten played third base. Caitlin Parsons, our shortstop. Daisy Munoz, our first baseman. Kelly Gooden, our catcher, who caught every single inning of nationals and state. Sophie Edmonds played right field for us. Stephanie Amesqua played some third base, played some outfield, was our backup pitcher. And Michelle Borchard. Played shortstop and played some outfield for us. Maddie Blasi, our left fielder. And Steve Corey, one of our assistant coaches, he's also not with us. And Allison Corey was also part of this team, and she was unable to make it tonight. Once again, thank you to the board for recognizing these girls on these achievements. They truly do appreciate it. And this league, LAGSL, Rossmoor, this community has been great to these girls, and we've had a fantastic time playing here. I've coached these girls all the way since they were 7 years old. And 7 of these girls are 2-time state champs. They won it also in the 10-year-old division. And finished second in nationals that year. So it's been an outstanding group. So thank you very much.
If any of the coaches want to go get a picture, now would be the time. Good parents? You all good on this? Flash. Okay, girls, thank you. That's outstanding. Fantastic. I'd like to move on with the agenda for the evening if we can. And if you're leaving, if you can please keep it down to a low roar, that would be fantastic. Thank you. I'd like to move on to item B, additions to the agenda. There are none at this time. I'd like to move to item C, which would be the public forum section. Any persons may address the Board of Directors at this time upon any subject within the jurisdiction of the Rossmoor Community Services District. However, any matter that requires action may be referred to staff at the discretion of the board for report and action at a subsequent board meeting. Is there any member of the community that wishes to address the board? Please address the podium, approach the podium and tell us your name and where you live and all that good stuff. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. Alan Mansour, State Assemblyman representing the 74th Assembly District. Just wanted to come by this evening to say hello and to introduce myself, and also wanted to give you a very brief update on what's going on with the toll lane situation. As many of you know, the item was continued by the Orange County Transportation Authority until December 9th, but we've been fighting, and we have a website up and trying to get the word out, and it's Stop the 405 Toll Lanes, and we also have a Facebook page up, so I want to encourage members of the public to get involved, and we delivered over 1,600 petitions to try to stop the toll lanes, and we're going to keep up the effort, and my door is always open to each and every one of you. If I can ever be of assistance, please let me know. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other members of the community that wish to address the board, please approach the podium. All right, looks like I don't see any other takers, so we'll proceed to the next item, item D, reports to the board. There are none. We'll proceed to item E, which will be the consent calendar. Do any board members wish to pull any item from the consent calendar? Director Casey?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion for approval of the consent calendar?
I would make that motion to approve the entirety of the consent calendar, items 1 through 5.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Let me see here, those are all approved. We shall move on. Let me see here. Do I move on to the minutes? Item 1, or do I move to item F?
Public hearing and...
Item
there's no
F, public hearing. There are none. I'd like to move to the resolutions. Item G, 1, Resolution 13-11-12-01, reduction of government claim. Ms. Daring, will you please read the title of the resolution?
Yes, resolution number 13-11-1201, a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Rossmoor Community Services District's rejection of claim.
Okay. The claim filed by Ms. Cindy Zimke is recommended for denial by the SDRMA, which is our insurance carrier, so that the matter may be directed back to SDRMA for a determination whether to reject or pay the claim. Is there a motion to reject the claim?
So moved. A second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nay. All right, that passes. On to item H, regular calendar. H1, second reading of proposed amendments to policy 3080, Parkway and Rossmoor median tree maintenance. The board gave the first reading at the board's last meeting, and the amendment has been approved as to form by the general counsel. Is there a motion to approve the amendments to policy 3080?
I'd make that motion, Mr. President, that we adopt this second reading, inclusion of the revisions to 3080.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those
Aye.
opposed? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, that passes. Item 1, I don't think that's correct, but 1 is the general manager items. The general manager has an excused absence for tonight's meeting, so he will not be here, so therefore there are no general manager items. We will then go to item J, board member items. Are there any board member items that we wish to discuss this evening? Director Coletta.
Nothing to report.
Director Casey?
Well, I have a couple things this evening. First of all, since our last board meeting, I have attended 2 meetings that relate to the I-405 expansion project. And each of the 2 meetings was very well attended. And it's like, at both meetings, I expressed support for Alternative 1, which is the preferred alternative for the freeway expansion, and extremely strong disapproval of any toll roads on the I-405. And basically, I think most folks in our community are aware of the 3 alternatives that are being considered, but since I'm going to mention them a couple times, Alternative 1, the preferred alternative, as I stated, calls for 1 general purpose lane in each direction to be added to the 405. Alternative 2 calls for 2 general purpose lanes to be added. And Alternative 3 calls for 1 general purpose lane, a high occupancy vehicle lane, and what is called a hot lane, which is also known as a toll lane. And so with that as a background, the first of the 2 meetings was held on October 29th in Westminster, and it was basically, the meeting was held, it was chaired by Diana Carey, a council member in Westminster, and it was basically for us to fight off the attempts to put the toll lane on the freeway. It was a meeting to gather attention for the community about and gain support for no toll roads. And the many attendees, like I say, that was well attended, spoke at that meeting, all except for maybe 2 people indicating that they were strongly opposed to the toll lane. and there were, with a couple of exceptions. And in fairness, I must add that even though Rossmoor is in favor of alternative 1, I would say that evening's representation was pretty much equally split in terms of those in favor of alternative 1 versus those for alternative 2. So it was pretty much split down the middle. The second meeting I attended was on November 8th. It was the OCTA board meeting. And there was something on there called Item 9, which was having the board members vote on Alternative 3, which I just mentioned consists of, among other things, a hot lane. And so in their infinite wisdom, I believe it was the night before the meeting, maybe it was a day or two ahead of time, they decided to postpone the vote on that particular initiative until December 9th of next month. And the chairman of the committee, Greg Winterbottom, made an announcement in front of a packed audience and an overflow crowd that filled an adjacent conference room that since they were postponing the decision, there would be no comments on anything other than just talking about the postponement. In other words, you couldn't discuss the toll lanes or any other alternatives. And thankfully, among others, Councilman Gary Miller and also our supervisor, John Moorlock, stepped up and said, you can't do that. All these people have shown up. They've taken time out of their busy schedules to be here today because this was on the original agenda. And so, again, 40-some-odd people, including myself, spoke on the situation about the toll roads. And again, it was, except for maybe 2 people who dissented, the majority of the folks in attendance were saying no to toll roads. So that's the end of my message, except to say to our community that December 9th is the next time they're going to basically bring up the same thing that they were supposed to discuss at the meeting on November 8th. So we have to continue to remain vigilant and to continue to let all your friends and neighbors know that we're all in this together in terms of, fighting off the toll lanes. So, let's just continue the good fight and realize that we're going to do it all over again next month.
Mr. Casey, would you inform the public of where this meeting will be held on December 9th? If you give an address.
The meeting will be held in Orange, in the city of Orange. I believe the address is 600 South Main Street. It's at the OCTA board headquarters, or OCTA headquarters, I guess it is, in the city of Orange in Orange County. It's right off of well, it's actually kind of a confusing freeway area because there's a lot of freeways that merge together, but essentially it's the Bristol off-ramp coming from our neighborhood, and that turns into, I think it's called Levada, and then you make a right-hand turn on Orange, and it's on the right-hand side.
And what time does this board convene for hearings such as this, the one that's prospectively going to be heard on December 9th?
The next meeting, I'm not positive. This particular meeting started at 9 a.m., so I say stay tuned. I think perhaps we can have that added to our website when that is known, Ms. Deering?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. So we will put that on the website for the community members to be able to know when that is and to hopefully to join in, because the more the merrier in terms of fighting this.
And Director Casey, you said that was the 9th of December?
I believe it's a Monday, the 9th of December.
Yeah, that is a Monday. All right. Okay.
That's my understanding.
Anything else, Director Casey?
That's it for this evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Director DeMarco.
I just want to thank Director Casey for all the time and energy he's put into this I-405. He's gone to just about every meeting. He understands. I mean, it is very confusing with all these different options and how they're now going back to options that they said, last year they were, not going to do. So it's very confusing. Every time I read an analysis, it's confusing even to me. So I want to thank you, Director Casey, for putting all this effort into on behalf of the community. I just want, now is the time for our community to mobilize. And, I brought in mine. I have one of these, okay? And I don't use it often, but, it's linked to my account, and it can be used on the in LA County with I-110, so I can go to Staples Center and watch my Kings play, and I can use it on the 73. But if our community wants to start using these on the 405, or does not want to start using these on the 405, they need to act, and they need to get involved, and they need to go to these meetings, such as December 9th meeting, and tell the OCTA, the Caltrans, and the representatives that we don't want to pay to drive on our 405 freeway. And you can't wait until it's built or beginning to be built and want someone to fix it or undo it. Now is the time to express your discontent or your opinions on being able to pay. And they're talking about $10 one way and $6 the other way, and about $100 a week to drive on this HOT lane. So I would strongly recommend the community of Rossmoor to get involved and begin, if you haven't already, express your opinions to just about anybody who will listen to it, and get your neighbors involved, just like Director Casey said. So,
Thank you, Director DeMarco. Appreciate it. I just have a couple of real quick items tonight. First of all, I would like to wish a member of our community a very happy 70th birthday. It happened last week. His name is Don Brown. Don he's a tireless volunteer. He just provides so many invaluable services to us in terms of consultations, in terms of media, in terms of just talking to us, and he's a great guy, and we'd just like to wish him a happy birthday. And I believe we have a little gift that we'd like to present him as well.
I forgot to close it up.
Do you, sir?
Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
What a surprise. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don.
Have a good day.
And Director Kayla, there are cupcakes for afterwards for everyone to enjoy.
There's cupcakes afterward as well, so we have a
I wonder what that
little
was all
impromptu planned birthday party in the back. I didn't know what those were for. And then one other thing on my schedule, this being the last meeting before the December meeting comes up, I just want to remind the community that we do have the Thanksgiving holidays coming on the horizon. There'll be a lot of students that are out on break, students returning from colleges and such, and so just please to be aware of the activity that's happening during that week, and if, that would be great in terms of safety. And with that, I'd like to ask for a motion to adjourn to an adjourned regular meeting to be held November 20th, 2013 at 5 p.m. in the West Room at Rush Park, 3021 Bloom Drive, Rossmoor, for the purpose of conducting a closed session pursuant to Government Code sections 54957-6, conference with labor negotiators, district representatives Michael Maynard and Alfred Coletta, unrepresented employee, prospective district general manager, and 54957, public employee appointment titled district general manager. An open session to be held at the kitchen at Rush Park, 3001 Bloom Drive, Rossmoor, will immediately follow the closed session.
So motioned.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No. All right. So that passes. And with that, we will conclude this session of the RCSD general meeting. We'll see you at the December meeting.